With COVID shutting down so many of our in-person cadet activities, we've had to move online for weekly Zoom meetings. I couldn't tell you the last time we had an in-person cadet training night, until now. So, as we slowly start to return to in-person training, I thought we would sit down with a few of our cadets and ask them about their experiences in the cadet program.
Hello, my name is Corporal Hamoud and I've been in the cadet program for 1.5 years.
I am Ryan Dean. I am a flight sergeant and I have been in the cadet program for 6 years.
My name is Joseph Sean Dirksen. My rank is Flight Corporal and I've been in the squadron for 2.5 years.
My name is Sergeant Murray. I've been in the cadet program for about 2.5 years, maybe 3 now.
My name is Warrant Officer 2nd Class Barney. I have been in Air Cadets for about 6 years, I'm pretty sure. I joined when I was 12 and I'm about to age out in July.
What are you most excited for returning to in-person cadets?
What I have to be most excited about for returning to in-person cadets is the survival RCACS. I've always enjoyed them. They teach good, valuable skills, and I've always loved the outdoors.
Going on another RCACS is definitely what I'm looking forward to.
The thing I am most excited about for returning to in-person cadets is the flight simulator and the marksmanship program. I'm excited for the marksmanship program because I am not very good at it and I would like to improve in those categories.
I'm most excited to return to in-person cadets because of range. Range is my favorite cadet activity. I've recently gone to a summer camp where I got to learn how to teach and instruct range.
I'm excited to see my cadets. I feel like I connect with them more in person. I get to interact with them. I get to see their personalities. I get to watch them grow. I get to see how they start out and how they end, basically. My favorite part of cadets is watching shy little level 1s grow into strong, competent leaders.
What is your most memorable moment in the cadet program?
My most memorable moment in the cadet program is definitely being stuck in the storm during the FTX and all of us rushing to get out of there when the lightning hit.
My most memorable moment in the cadet program is when we were selling poppies outside of the Save On Foods and we spotted Pamela Anderson. But first, I didn't know who she was, but then my friend told me that she was a very famous actor and I got to have a handshake.
My most memorable moment has to be going to a range competition where we got to compete against other squadrons at shooting. I thought that was a lot of fun, getting to see how other squadrons were doing with their range skills compared to ours.
Oh, my most memorable moment in the cadet program would probably be when we were taught about the gliders and we actually got to go into one. That was an experience I've never had before and I'll always remember that one.
My most memorable moment was probably, I have quite a few, but the number one would probably be the first kind of cadet outing I went on. I went to a big event for the Battle of Britain. It was like the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Britain. I had just freshly joined cadets. I was 12. We got on the bus and we got to go into this big military base. We got to have lunch there. I got to interact with other cadets. I was there with cadets my age who had also just joined. And it was a really good opportunity to meet other people and kind of see how expansive the cadet program is. There were cadets from Victoria, there were cadets from Duncan, there were cadets from all over the island, and I hadn't realized how big of a program it actually was. It was very surreal, basically, being like, oh, there are other people who aren't in my squadron, you know? And then later on going to camp, it really finalized that feeling to me, and different squadrons do different things, but I would never want to not be in my squadron, kind of thing. It gave me that little sneak peek into the world of cadets, but being here at 257 makes me feel at home, you know?
As a cadet, who do you look up to?
The person I look up to most as a cadet has to be this one cadet I met at the range camp I mentioned before, who was this really nice guy. His name was McGowan, and he was just an all-around really nice dude. He was friendly with everyone, he was always there to support everyone, and I really like to be like that.
As a cadet, someone I look up to a lot is my own father. He was my inspiration to join the cadet program to begin with his service in police as well as military background. And I want to follow in his footsteps.
Captain Grasick was there from day one when I first started cadets. She was an amazing role model. She knew when to be strict, but she also knew how to be caring, basically. She always said that when she was like disciplining us, she was never yelling at us, she was raising her voice. And I always liked that saying because she never was yelling at us. We did something bad and she was reprimanding us for it. So she was just raising her voice at us. And just the way that she led and the way that she made things work was just amazing. She was always such a role model to me. For my ambassador speech, actually, she was my role model that I chose. And yeah, I really miss her. She was an amazing cadet. She was an amazing officer. She was an officer for my mom. She was part of 257 for so long. She was the CEO so many times. She was so involved in the program. She was involved with the Legion, and she was just a strong leader and a strong woman, and I really respected her.
The person I look up to in this cadet program is Flight Sergeant Dean, because he is a great leader among all the leaders, and I look up to him because he is very kind and knowledgeable.
I definitely look up to Warrant Officer Second Class Barney, just because of the amount of knowledge that she knows and how experienced she is in the Air Cadet program.
What are your plans for post-secondary?
I think my plans for the post-secondary experience is to go into biology because I really like the idea of using genetics, and I am very fond of this field of study.
After high school, I want to be a pilot for Air Canada.
As it currently stands, I currently do not. I'm planning on taking simply a gap year, as well as purchasing a new car so I have reliable transportation, building up a credit score, and possibly taking out a loan to pay that off, and all around just build up some ground to stand on for later on.
I'm currently attending Vancouver Island University for aesthetics, which is basically beauty school. Currently, I have very limited knowledge in the beauty world, so I'm planning to expand my skills with taking some extra courses through jobs and through other estheticians who offer their services. My first course that I'm going to take is I'm going to take a lash course for lash extensions, so I can start offering that out of my home as a side business. After that, I think that I'm going to pursue a job at Tinamera, the spa in Parksville, and work there for a couple of years. And then I actually want to expand into piercing and tattoo. I've wanted to do that for a very long time, and I think that aesthetics is a great gateway into that job field due to their big things with cleanliness and making sure that you're always cleaning your tools, always interacting well with the public, and always being respectful to your clients and stuff. They go hand in hand, basically, two very different industries, but they have interlocking skills that I think aesthetics will help me go down that path into what I actually want to do.
My plans for post-secondary are to go to Vancouver and study asset creation for movies and video games. And that's just like 3D modeling things and visual effects that you'd see in like a Marvel movie or a video game, something like that.